Hello, everyone. Welcome to AI Everywhere Leaders Podcast, the show for C-level executives and future leaders navigating the AI revolution. I'm Adriana Pricope, and I've spent years helping global enterprises grow their businesses, selling technology, selling data, security, artificial intelligence, driving partnerships for strategic technology adoption. Today, we're addressing the elephant in the room, the immense pressure every CEO, and most probably CMO are facing today to do AI without necessarily understanding what that really means or how to execute it successfully. Joining me today is Nicola de Coppi, a seasoned digital transformation specialist who spent years as an associate partner at IBM, one of the world's leading AI and consulting powerhouses. Nicola has since transitioned to starting an a community-driven AI consultancy as a force for good. Nicola, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Adriana. It's a pleasure to be here, share my journey and insight with you and your audience.
Thank you, Nicola. Before we dive deep into the current AI landscape, let's set the stage. You've been in the trenches of digital transformation for years, working with some of the world's largest organizations at IBM. Now you are operating independently in the AI consulting space, and you're building this amazing community. What prompted you to make this transition, and what does it tell us about where the industry is heading?
Yeah, my transition was motivated by two main drivers. One, personal, to really stay too close to my son that was in Italy, 5 years old, and I wanted to have the flexibility to work from Italy and travel when it is needed. And the second, I really saw the incredible opportunity of AI as a transformation tool and how much positive as well and positive impactful can bring it to our world. So these two main drivers was the driver for my transition.
Excellent. Let's address the pressure head on. Every CEO I speak with feels this immense urgency around AI, from board pressure, competitor moves, media hype, and also investor expectations. But there's often a big disconnect between the pressure to act, understanding what meaningful AI implementation actually looks like. From your experience working with so many C-level suite executives, how real is this pressure and what's really driving it?
Yeah, the pressure is absolutely real. So talking with several C-level, I see this pressure, and especially the CEO is they are really facing the mounting expectation from their stakeholder, investor, media, internal employee, friends, and really the urgency is driven by the fear of being left behind, right? We are very in competitive markets, so this competitive pressure from others is really facing right now. And in overachieving, there is a belief that AI is a key driver for future growth.
You've been with IBM, which has been the forefront enterprise of AI for decades. I mean, from Watson to their current AI strategy, what they are doing, it's just amazing. What's, from your perspective, the difference between how IBM approaches the AI strategy and what are you seeing in the broader market? Are most organizations approaching this correctly?
Yeah. So from my experience, and I can just speak from my experience, IBM is an amazing organization. I really enjoy my time there. There are really amazing people. I have a lot of friends there, and it's really amazing organization. When I was at IBM and working with clients, usually we take a very structured enterprise scale approach, right? Leveraging the vast experience IBM has on delivering a project, as you mentioned, on data governance, establish the right frameworks as well. And most other organizations struggle with fragmented strategy and realistic expectation, right? Often approaching AI as more pilot project than instead of seeing AI as a fundamental shift in how they operate their business.
Thank you, Nick. Let's talk about the CEOs specifically. They're often kind of caught between the CEO's mandate to implement AI everywhere and the technical reality of what that actually means. What's the biggest challenge CEOs face when they are translating executive AI vision into reality, into operational reality?
Yeah, what I've seen is so the CEO has really has this urgency to deliver on AI, and the first person that is talking is the CIO. And the main challenge for the CIO is really aligning the ambitions of executive vision with the practical realities of existing infrastructure, right? The skill gaps within the company, data readiness, that is a big issue. So they really must act as a translator between visionary goals where AI can drive the future of the company, and the technical feasibility and the feasibility really to implement some AI within the company.
There's a lot of AI washing happening right now. Companies claiming they have AI capabilities to satisfy their stakeholder expectations without real substance. I don't know how to put it nicely. So from your consulting experience, how can executives distinguish between genuine AI transformation and superficial implementations?
Yeah, thank you for asking, Adrian, because it's a very interesting question. So the first step every time I talk with the executive is to start with a clear AI strategy and really start from where the business wants to go. And we, as an AI expert, right, can recommend which AI technology can help the business to achieve faster their goals and their KPI, right? And this is really the first step. So I see companies that have a very clear AI strategy with a very clear return on investment of all processes that they want to improve, and others that they have done no AI strategy, maybe doing some pilot. My advice is really to start AI strategy as a first step, a foundational step, to be very clear on what you want to use AI and a clear return on investment, right? Otherwise, the risk is that you spend money and you don't have a clear return on investment. And then AI transformation really integrates deeply into the core business processes and drive visible outcome, right? When you have really defined that. And this really key of this transformation is people, right? It's not just AI as technology and process, but it's really so deep transformative in the people and in the employee in the organization at all levels, from the C level to everyone in the organization. And then replying to your question, the difference between genuine AI transformation and superficial implementation is impact, right? What is the impact that you are bringing with this AI transformation, right? And we see, but also McKinsey, Boston Consulting Group, IBM, right? They mentioned that companies with the right AI transformation can really increase up to 10% of the revenue, reduce costs of 50% of the cost. These vary between industry, but these are key metrics that you can benchmark.
Excellent. Digital transformation has been a buzzword for years, but AI has truly accelerated and kind of complicated a bit this journey exponentially. Based on your IBM experience and current consulting work, what are the fundamental differences between traditional digital transformation and AI-powered transformation?
Yeah, so traditional digital transformation primarily focus on digitizing processes and improving efficiency. I've seen still some customer, also in Italy mainly, but some still using paper, right, to do some process. So printing something on there. So this is the first step, try to digitizing a process. And this is the first step also before going AI transformation. So you cannot do AI transformation without doing the first digital transformation, because you need the data, you need a digital process to implement AI, right? And then AI power transformation as two factor: people transformation, as we mentioned, and leveraging AI to increase productivity and efficiencies, and as well process transformation, right? To infuse this AI to increase the process efficiencies, right? And automatize as much as you can. Also, AI transformation can also reshape the business model, right? The decision-making process. There are a lot of talks that maybe AI native new company can disrupt completely new markets because they have a completely different model. It can go really fast, interact and grow very fast. And there are a few examples of this. And the speed that you can reach becoming a people plus AI first company is really impressive. I can really see. And just to comment, Sam Altman is also saying, right, they are betting on when there will be 1 billion company by the founder, just a solo founder. So this scale of 1 billion revenue from one person never happened before, and never we thought that will be possible right before. That's the scale of AI transformation that you can reach.
That's a great example. What patterns in all the consulting work you've been doing over the years, what kinds of patterns do you see in successful AI implementations versus the failure? What do you feel separates the winners from the organizations that waste millions on AI initiatives?
Yeah, as I recommended before, right, really my recommendation would be start with a clear AI strategy, right? And the main output of the AI strategy is to identify the likely wins where if you invest there, you can have a higher return on your business, on your metrics, right? And then the winner usually have a clear defined strategic objective, and they secure strong executiveship, and so they need to be part of this transformation. They really invest in data governance because the data is super key, and emphasize interactive learning and continuous improvement on people, right? Because AI, this is not we have right now. Every day is changing, right? So every day is changing, and new tools, new improvement can really. You need really to have an organization that can adapt and leverage all these improvement every day. And the failures commonly occur due not very clear goals, not connected with a clear business KPI, data in the organization that is not ready, right? Maybe you think you invest there, but the data is not there. I mean, yeah, without data, you cannot do anything. And as well, poor change management, right? On the people, and maybe also unrealistic timelines, right? Maybe you think that you can deliver something in very short time, and then these people and data transformation requires more time. So you need to be also clear on the timelines.
Let's get tactical. A CEO comes to you tomorrow and says, Nick, I need to show AI progress in 6 months, but I also need I need to showcase some sustainable long-term value. How do you balance the pressure for quick wins with building AI capabilities?
Yeah, the first time we'll say, okay, let's sit down and let's start working on the AI strategy, right? To review your company function, the processes, identify the likely wins, to have a clear return on investment, and also a clear roadmap, right, for future initiative. As well, also the people readiness of your organization, right? To understand if people in your organization can help on this transformation, or you need to leverage external. This approach delivers immediate visible value, right? While simultaneously laying the groundwork through foundational investment in people training, capability building, data infrastructure that is super important to be ready. So data AI strategy is the first one, defining likely wins in 6 months, and then building this foundational investment that is continuous, investing in people, technology, on the data for the long term. And this transformation is not staying here for a few months. It is staying here for long term. So is you need to join this journey and invest in this journey.
So data, you were saying data is the foundation of any AI strategy, but most executives underestimate the data readiness challenge. From your experience, how should C-level leaders think about their data strategy as a prerequisite for AI success?
Yeah, executives really must treat data strategy as mission critical. Why I'm saying this, without a very clear data, clean data of your company for AI, but even without AI, how can you do the right decision, right? So data is super important for doing the right decision, even on Excel. And then if your data is clear and stuff, you can leverage AI to go faster. Right? So really ensuring data quality, centralizing data governance, investing data literacy across your teams in the organization, embedding really data-driven decision-making in the company culture is non-negotiable foundation for AI transformation, but for every transformation, for really be ready as a company for the future.
Thank you. I want to switch a bit gears because you've been working with international cultures. You've been interacting with lots of cultures. So I wanted to know from your perspective, as culture and change management often get overlooked in AI discussion, but I think they are critical for success. So how do you help executives prepare their organizations culturally for AI transformation, especially when there's this fear about job displacement?
Yeah, that's a very close to me topic. So you cannot do AI transformation without people transformation. So people transformation is so embedded in this AI transformation, right? You really need to bring people on board with AI training, as well giving the platform to AI leaders that maybe you have already in the organization to flourish, to shine, to lead this change, because maybe younger people are more used to use AI tools, right? And then could actually be really the leaders that you have already in the organization to help on this transformative journey. As well, it's really key to lead by transparent communication, involving teams early in the process. There is fears directly, right? And highlighting how AI enhance jobs rather than replace them. And this builds trust and promotes a culture of innovation, continuous learning. And then just on top of this, right, I'm with N1 AI, right? I'm kind of thinking also what could be the future organization model of a company. It could be even a community, right, where people really helping each other. That is just communities like all that we mentioned before, right? Is even more expanded. Like, there is no company organization; it's more communities. So people working together, but in a very connected way. Maybe company cannot transform in a community right now. It takes a bit more time, but really leading by this value, transparency, and continuous learning, I really recommend to having executive in companies.
Yeah, I love your concept about the co-op, about building this community that you actually are already doing as we speak. You already have hundreds of AI consultants from different industries with different skills that are part of your community, the community you've been building. And so I think this is a very important strategy, and also shows your very own strategic leadership. I wanted us to focus on strategic leadership, and I know we're going to cover more on the community part later during this episode. So let's focus on strategic leadership. You've advised executives at various levels, different industries, different, cultural backgrounds. What's the most important mindset shift C-level leaders need to make when approaching AI strategies versus traditional technology?
Yeah. So leader, first of all, must shift from viewing AI as merely as a technology, another technology tool, to seeing AI as a strategic business enabler to really achieve a competitive advantage. What OpenAI with ChatGPT 2 years ago really started, and is a revolution, I will say a positive revolution, is really start building an intelligence, right? So it's not just anymore a tool. It's an intelligence that you can apply to everywhere in your company. And then this mindset really embrace experimentation. Exactly, you need to experiment first yourself, right? You need to start using ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot really to increase your productivity and learn what AI is capable of. Agility as well in the organization, ongoing learning. And it's really important for C-level to find time in their busy life to really play and understand this AI technology and see how they can really leverage first for themselves to be more productive, and then they can have ideas how to apply this in companies.
Build versus buy versus partner. This decision framework becomes more complex with AI. It's actually connected with what you were just saying, because it takes a lot of time to experiment and use tools and understand what the tools are capable to do. So how should executives evaluate when to develop internal AI capabilities versus working with external partners or platforms, just taking into account exactly what you were saying time-wise, because they have limited time.
Yeah, no, and that's the main issue of executive. They very limited time, right? And then you need to be very to the point. So in this case, right, the executive should evaluate internal AI capability, building when there is a strategic, very competitive differentiation. And then as well, leveraging with external partner, right? Because partnering with the external partner could be N1 AI, could be every company, right? Really provide speed, expertise, very deep expertise in the community. You also joined. I mean, there are super strong experts of AI, and really brings agility as well. That is super important in this phase, right? The key is to maintain a core strategic competency internally while leveraging external expertise where beneficial, right? So you need to find a trade-off, but both internal and external capability are super important for this phase.
Yeah, the community you're building, it's great. Just to add on that it's an open community, which I found really amazing. Again, we're going to talk about this later on in the show, just to deep dive a bit on another important aspect, the risk management in AI, as it became a board level concern now, from all the compliance to bias, ethical considerations. How should C-level executives frame AI risk management without paralyzing or stopping the innovation?
Yeah, and I've seen several companies that from legals or other department that really stop innovation, right? And it's a bit creating frustration with the employees that want to experiment, want to go faster. So my recommendation would be exactly should embed the risk management with innovation processes, really creating a clear governance framework, ethical guidelines, that is super important as well in this AI transformation, regulatory compliance checkpoint, but without stopping the innovation, right? It's about balancing control with the flexibility and really allow people that wants to leverage AI to experiment, right? To really use maybe in a more controlled way that is not risking too much for the company, but they can really experiment. And because there are a lot of people, very smart people within the company that they want to leverage more AI and do more stuff with AI. Just today I was talking with Pietro, that a very friend that say, hey, finally we receive an enterprise license of AI tool that I can really increase my productivity 10 times. But it took months before that.
Yeah, I can imagine how frustrating it's like you're in a candy shop and you can't eat any of the candy because you're not allowed, right? So
actually, just to add, it was an additional driver that I left IBM that is very structured to play with all AI tools and experiment first myself in a less structured way as building a company from scratch.
Yeah, it's great because I wanted to ask you a bit more. Like, it takes a certain mindset to leave, the security of a large corporation and start your independent AI consultancy. Because, yeah, let's address the elephant in the room. I know as well, and I know you know as well. Many of our listeners know as well. When you work for a large company, you do have lots of perks. You do have lots of security, peace of mind that it gives you a lot besides working with a numerous number of super smart people. So I wanted to ask you a bit about that. What do you think is going to happen? So this change from working from a large consulting firm to start your own independent AI consulting, how do you think this mirrors what many enterprises are doing, moving by large vendor relationship to have more specialized AI relationship? What this trend tells you, what this trend tells us about the future of enterprise AI services?
Yeah, no, thank you for asking. This is a very important topic as well. So I think we are really in a very transformative point of IT consultancy, tech industry, but potentially very likely all the industry, right? Because this AI technology can impact really all the industry. And as mentioned before, right, they invented the intelligence, and intelligence you can apply to everywhere, right? And I mean, the bad things of this is when companies are leveraging AI and then replacing jobs, right? I'm always for, okay, you should unlock people times to, especially for commoditized task that AI can do, and do the AI training and the change manager for these people to invest in different side. But when I see very large technology organizations that are the first one to leverage AI to just cut jobs and leave people potentially with family and stuff without a job, that is a bit sad. But is what's happening right now, right? So we should also be very transparent that it's happening right now. And this phenomenon is basically driving down prices as well, right? For especially IT consultancy, that maybe you can can do things that you were doing before faster, creating more value, and then as well will be decreasing the price and the time you deliver stuff. And this is making everything more competitive, right? Because we are in a competitive market and driving down price and time. It's very competitive. And so my first recommendation is for everyone to learning as much as possible to use AI, right, to be more efficient in delivering value. And then will be that the interesting question will be the bigger organization leverage AI but having all this problem of changing the organization, or will be small organization that are AI native that could benefit the most, right, in the long run. Not sure exactly what will be the answer, but the point is really everyone should think, right, how to leverage AI, even if you're working in a big organization or a smaller organization, to really create more value, doing stuff faster. And because at the end, AI is a force for good, right? It could improve really the state of our world because it's an amazing technology that can deliver much and unlock our time to focus more on value thing that we can enjoy and as well bringing more value to the society.
Yeah, I like this approach and this idea of AI for good a lot. The measurement of return of investment for AI initiatives, it's notoriously challenging. Many B2B marketing leaders are asking me how to measure ROI. So from your perspective, how do you help executives set realistic expectations and metrics for AI investments, especially when the benefits might be transformational rather than immediately quantifiable?
Yeah, as mentioned before, I see two main pillars: people transformation and process transformation, right? So the ROI in the people transformation is really, okay, can you do this thing faster? Are you more efficient or more productive? Focus more on added value on where there are tasks that are more important. And then you can see the return on investment from AI training in these people on how more efficient you are. And then on the processes side, right? I mean, when you infuse AI in some process, you should really see immediate measurable results, right? So efficiency in this process, customer satisfaction potentially, but also longer term strategic benefit, right? We have mentioned before, like increasing revenue and reducing costs that are key metrics for every business.
Looking ahead, what skills and capabilities do you think are going to be most critical for C-level executives to personally develop as AI becomes more central to business strategy?
Yeah, executive will need to be the first one to know and understand what AI technology can really do and leverage their daily workflow to become an AI first person, right? Because they really need to lead by example, and they need also to learn how to bring the people in the organization to learn AI and improve efficiency. So this is really the key for every executive out there to really leverage AI to really become more central to their business strategy.
The AI landscape is evolving incredibly rapidly, as in the example you just gave earlier about the solo entrepreneurs realizing $1 billion. So from the breakthroughs to new regulatory frameworks, it's a lot of development very quickly. How should executives structure their organizations to remain agile and responsive to all of those changes?
Yeah, executives should really structure organization around flexible cross-functional teams with a clear governance, but as well a rapid decision-making process. These ensure responsive agility in adapting to evolving AI opportunities and challenges that are facing through the next months, next year. That would be my suggestion.
Thank you, Nick. You've seen enterprise AI from the IBM ecosystem perspective and now from an independent consulting standpoint. Where do you see the biggest opportunities for C-level leaders who get AI strategy done right for the next 2-3 years?
Yeah, the biggest opportunity lies in leveraging AI for increasing the personal productivity, the people transformation, really unlocking the value from the people in the organization and removing repetitive tasks and focus more time on where people can really add value, right? On customer facing role, on when I have an analogy, right? Okay, the machine is doing all the digital stuff, then the people time, people to people, that will be irreplaceable from AI, right? That could be a shift. And the second level of introducing AI is in the process is really to hyper personalize customer experience, right? Have all the context of that information, that person, that customer, so you can really create an amazing experience. Operational efficiency, right? To be more efficient, more predictive decision making, right? And more leveraging maybe predictive AI, not generative AI, and then strategic innovation in general for the company. So really leaders who leads with the people and the AI first mindset will be the leaders that for the future and the organization of the future.
Many executives worry a lot about making the wrong AI investments or even failing behind their competitors. What's your advice for leaders feeling a bit overwhelmed by the pace of AI innovation and the pressure to act?
Yeah, and I can feel this overwhelmed because I was as well overwhelmed. So I went, probably Adriana, you went as well, but
Yeah, everybody, yeah.
overwhelmed, right? They say every day is a new improvement. Where can where should I focus my time? That is the question. So to executive, right? My advice would be to focus on people and AI. So people around AI training, change management, and then regarding AI investments, robust data strategy, clear governance frameworks, and then really prioritize meaningful, achievable projects aligned with strategic business goal rather than chasing every trend. And it's really important, right? Leverage as well external skill, like expert like you, Adriana, right? To help and guide these executives that feel overwhelmed and they don't have time to really focus and learn everything, right?
Thank you for your kind words. I'm spending a lot of time testing. As soon as I have some free time, I'm testing a new tool. So, and even so, as working for myself, I still feel the pressure of missing out, like the so-called FOMO, the fear of missing out, because there are so many tools out there, many doing similar things. Some of them, they use wrongfully marketing to promote themselves as something they are not. We've seen quite recently a large company, I don't know if it's okay to say their name, but they were literally lying that they were doing everything with AI, and in reality they were using the large teams of humans. So,
Builders.ai, you mentioned, right?
Yes, builders.ai. Funny
I
enough,
mentioned the name because it's a public information. So
funny enough, I had a call with them just a week before the news got out, and I challenged them with their way of working because it felt very 2005, like their process. Where I really wanted to see the AI. I wanted to see the AI at work. I wanted to play with the tool and see what's capable of. And they were very secretive about it. But yeah, it needs a lot of time. So I really appreciate your opinion on this. As someone who's made the leap from corporate to independent AI consulting, what entrepreneurial lessons apply to how executives should approach AI strategy in their organization?
Let's start first with the entrepreneur. So building a company from scratch is really tough. I mean, let's be honest, right? So every freelancer, contractor, even doing their own business is really tough, and it's a tough market as well, right? Because it's very competitive. So it's really tough. So before leaving corporate, think about really making sure you want to balance work and life and make a conscious decision. As mentioned, in my case, I wanted to try this close to my son, not excluding that I will go back to a corporate in the future. So that's I will be. And then the entrepreneurial part is really nice because you have a mindset of agility, willingness to experiment, fail fast, try new things, and really empower teams to innovate autonomously, right? And then applying this approach within your organization can accelerate AI adoption and innovation effectively. I was quite, I would say, successful at IBM because I had this entrepreneurial mindset in a large organization. So I was very networking with people, understanding how to add value, so very proactive. So I think this as well could be a mix of being more safe environment as well be very entrepreneurial within the big corporation.
Thank you, Nick. Let's have a quick session of a fireside chat Q&A. I would expect you to give me short answers. Biggest AI misconception among CEOs?
So the AI is primarily a technology issue rather than a strategic business transformation. So it really, this is the misconception I see in the market.
Most underrated aspect of AI strategy.
People and data readiness.
Red flag that indicates an AI initiative will fail.
Lack of clear executive sponsorship and lack of clear ROI on the business and KPI.
Best way for a CEO to get CEO buy-in for AI investment.
Demonstrating clear, measurable value and strategic alignment to business outcome.
IBM's greatest AI lesson that applies to all enterprises.
IBM's greatest lesson is that scalable AI success requires foundational investment in data strategy, governance, and organizational readiness.
Most important hire for an AI transformation.
A strategic cross-functional AI leader will bridge technology and business strategy. Today is a chief AI officer that I've seen in the organization.
Timeline for a meaningful AI return of investment in an enterprise setting.
Realistically, and depends from the company size, but realistically, meaningful ROI typically emerging within 6 months at least, 12 months, and more likely in 2 years time frame.
One thing every C-level executive should understand about AI, but usually doesn't.
AI success hinges fundamentally on organizational culture and data readiness, not just technology. So people and data.
Nick, what's your biggest advice for executives feeling the AI pressure from all directions?
Start with AI strategy first, and then start with the initiative with clear ROI and focus on foundational readiness to build momentum.
Nicola, this conversation has been incredibly valuable for understanding both the pressure and the reality of AI leadership. I would like us to spend some extra minutes to discuss more about your vision on community and what you are already building with N1 AI.
Yeah. Right now the community we are both part of is really free, open, wants to be the most inclusive community that everyone that is an AI expert or he wants to learn AI can join and try to get value from the community. Everyone can join and promote their services, and really is a place to connect AI expert with people willing to learn AI. So that's is really what is right now, right? And my idea is this community could be a force for good together with AI, right? How? Because I don't want to create a company with the employees as a normal company. I want to create a company where this community is going to sell AI project as well to deliver AI project. I need to be the first one to sell because I'm kind of bit leading this vision and this dream, and I already kind of have a couple of customers where I sell not just my time, but I sell like a dream team that are people from the community that I think were the best to suit what the customer was looking to achieve. Right? So I see really this community as a group of people that can learn each other, bring value to each other, and doing business together to really with the goal of have a positive impact in the world. And just as a rollback, I started this community 6 months ago in January, actually, and the WhatsApp group actually was just 3 people. So myself and then 2 other people that was my friend, both great sales, and say, hey, the first message was, let's connect each other, let's try to maybe create a business together and connect the best people together. This is how it started, and then it grew to now 260 members. And the nice thing is also is very international. So there are people from India, from UK, Italy, and wants to continue grow international and be very inclusive because I think probably mentioned at the beginning, right? Diversity and inclusion, I think are really key value for an organization, but as well for a community to learn each other and to see value sharing ideas from different places in the world.
And if I might add also what I observed as a member of this community, people are actually sharing information in real time. They are sharing the findings, what tools they tested, any trainings that are available, any news worth, or even ideas around AI. So I think this community is really, really important for anyone that has a passion around AI and wants to build the future, probably the future of work. Would it be too bold to say that what you're building here, it's actually the future of work, but today?
Yeah, it's too early. It's too early. I mean, the metrics
early.
are really, I mean, small on the business side of N1 AI. That is, in any case, is a company that have their own metrics of generating revenue, right? So it's too early, but I mean, I have this crazy vision, this crazy dream, right? That, with the support of AI, right, really, we could really improve the state of the world. So everyone, I really believe, have the chance now to really have a positive impact and improve the state of the world. My way of try to achieve this improving the state of the world is really, how if let's do an experiment, right? Instead of building a company that is very structural, how about if the organizational model of the future is a community driven, right? Where people really wants to go into the community, create value for others because they want to, first of all, help each other learn and fun, creating value at the end, right? So this community is an example that we can create value even without money, right? That's the key difference. And then how about if we also drive money, and I want to drive the company side in a very full transparency way, where it will share everything in detail of where the money is going, and then in a transparent way, I want to involve people and engage people to deliver value for the customer. And if this model is potentially is growing, right, could be like a Uber of consultancy, right, where people can get feedback from other people in the community as well from the customer that delivering the value. And the power of the community is going to the market together. What if you have an amazing brand like IBM, but in a very flat, community-driven organization, right? That could be a win-win where contractors and everyone, one of the drivers and the values that I have in the community, and is really value-driven as well. Community is everyone is number one because it means everyone is unique, right? And with the power of AI that is becoming more intelligent, everyone really is on has the potential to be their own company. Everyone could be 1 billion company. So how about if we bring together all these people and then we go to the market together, like the most amazing brand, and then we can win business. And winning business means we can have more money to invest in the community and to grow this system. So let's see where we reach, and hopefully we can go very high.
Sounds good. I will challenge you for a future episode in 6 months or a year time. Follow up on this and see how it's going. But I think it's going really well for such a short period of time. And I would recommend anyone that has started consulting, AI consulting business, or is thinking even to start it soon, to join this community. Thank you, Nick. Your perspective.
Thank you, Adriana.
Thank you. Your perspective from both sides, the enterprise consulting world, and also starting to build your own consultancy and AI strategy. This gives our audience a really realistic view of what successful AI transformation actually requires and how it looks like. Thank you very much as well for sharing your vision on the future of AI, on AI as well. Where can our C-level listeners connect with you and learn more about your AI consulting work through N1 AI?
I mean, they connect on LinkedIn everywhere, or join the community as well. So very, very open to connect on LinkedIn as a first.
Excellent, thank you. Any final thoughts for any future leaders, CEOs, or even CMOs listening who are navigating this AI transformation pressure while trying to build sustainable competitive advantage in the market?
Yeah, the final advice will be, let's all work together really to leverage this AI to create a positive impact in the world. So while we are focusing on people transformation, AI transformation to drive more business and increasing revenue and reducing costs, let's think about how could be a force for good, right? I really believe on what Mark Benioff, the founder of Salesforce, is doing, that this business is the greatest platform for change and improving our world, right? So why not doing all together with AI? I think is the right time to improve the state of the world.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and also the real challenges and opportunities of AI leadership. To our executive audience, remember that AI transformation isn't about implementing technology, it's about reimagining how your business creates value. The pressure you're feeling is real, but so is the opportunity for those who approach AI strategy thoughtfully and systematically. Subscribe to AI Everywhere, The show is available on Spotify and YouTube. You just have to search AI Everywhere Leaders Podcast for more strategic insights on AI leadership and digital transformation. If this episode helped clarify your thinking about AI strategy, share it with your fellow executives and please leave us a review. Until next time, lead with purpose, implement with precision, and remember that in the age of AI, the most successful leaders are those who balance bold vision with operational excellence.
Amazing. Thank you, Adriana.
Thank you.